Chosen one, listen carefully. Archangel Michael is stepping forward with urgency in his voice today. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon in your life. Not in a distant future. Not years from now. Very soon. The spiritual atmosphere around you has already shifted. Doors are trembling. Chains you did not even know were holding you back are cracking. Heaven had been watching your tears, your silent prayers, your nights of confusion, and now divine response has been released. But hear this clearly. If you ignore this message, you will miss the blessing and cry for what was lost. This is not fear. This is warning wrapped in love. There is a divine window opening before you. It will not stay open forever. Archangel Michael says the next few days carry a spiritual weight that many around you will not understand. To others, it will look normal, ordinary, routine. But to you, it is destiny knocking softly. And here is the shocking truth. The blessing is already on its way. The delay was never about God. It was about alignment. You have been in preparation without realizing it. A confusion you face. Preparation. The rejection you experienced. Redirection. The silence you endured. Activation. While you thought nothing was happening, heaven was rearranging circumstances behind closed doors. Archangel Michael has been standing guard over your house, your family, your mind. There were attacks sent to weaken you, but they were blocked before they reached you. And now something beautiful is about to manifest, and it will come suddenly. But there is a condition. You must not ignore the inner instruction that is about to rise in your spirit. You will feel a nudge, a small but clear prompting. It may tell you to let go of something. It may tell you to speak up. It may tell you to walk away from a situation that has drained you. Do not silence that voice. That is not your imagination. That is divine guidance. Many miss their blessing because it does not arrive in the packaging they expected. You have been praying for breakthrough. But what if breakthrough comes disguised as change? What if the beautiful thing about to happen requires you to release something familiar? That is where many fail. They cling to comfort and lose calling. Archangel Michael says, prepare your heart. What is coming will test your obedience before it reveals its beauty. You are closer than you think. There is a shift happening in your environment. Have you noticed unusual thoughts lately? A sudden desire to clean, organize, remove old items. A strong feeling that something is ending. These are not random emotions. They are signs of transition. The old season is closing quietly. But here is the warning again. If you treat the next few days casually, if you drown your intuition in distraction, if you choose fear over faith, you will later look back and say, that was my moment and I missed it. And the regret will hurt more than the waiting ever did. Archangel Michael is not speaking to everyone. This message is specific. It is for the one who has been asking, when will something good finally happen for me? Heaven heard that question. Something beautiful is about to unfold in your finances, your relationships, or your purpose. For some, it will be unexpected good news. For others, it will be clarity after long confusion. For a few, it will be a divine connection, the right person entering at the right time. But beauty requires attention. If you ignore this spiritual alert, if you dismiss it as just another video, you risk missing the timing. And timing is everything. Even a blessing can be lost if the heart is not ready. Do not let pride block you. Do not let doubt delay you. And most importantly, do not let distraction blind you. Archangel Michael stands as a warrior of protection and truth. When he speaks, it is not to entertain, it is to prepare. There is spiritual warfare happening quietly around your breakthrough. Not loud, not dramatic, subtle, strategic. The enemy would love for you to scroll away from alignment, to overthink, to procrastinate. But heaven is saying, stay alert. You will soon face a decision that seems small. It will look ordinary, but it carries extraordinary consequences. Choose faith in that moment. Choose courage. Choose obedience. Because something beautiful is about to happen very soon. And when it does, you will either celebrate divine timing or cry for what was lost. The choice begins now. Faithful soul, lean in closer because what you are about to hear explains why this blessing has been delayed until now. Archangel Michael is revealing something deeper. The reason something beautiful is about to happen very soon is because a cycle has just been completed in the spiritual realm. You endured tests that did not make sense. You faced opposition that felt unnecessary. You questioned why doors kept closing when you were praying so sincerely. But heaven measures readiness differently than humans do. You were not being denied. You were being refined. There was a version of you that could not carry the blessing. That version had to fade. You may not even recognize how much you have grown. The way you respond to stress now is different. The way you handle betrayal is different. Even your silence has changed. Before, you reacted quickly. Now, you observe. Before, you chased approval. Now you value peace. The transformation was required. Because what is coming next cannot be handled by the old mindset. Archangel Michael says the blessing approaching your life is not small. It is not temporary relief. It is a shift that will reposition you. And when repositioning happens, it disrupts comfort zones. This is why the warning is so serious. If you shrink back now, if you choose familiarity over faith, you will watch someone else step into what was prepared for you. Yes, that is how destiny works. Opportunities are assigned, but they are not forced. In the next few days, you will notice signs. Conversations will align. Information will reach you at the right moment. A door you assumed was permanently closed may suddenly crack open. Do not hesitate when it happens. Delayed obedience creates missed blessings. There is also something else you must understand. Distraction is the greatest thief in this season. You will feel tempted to focus on minor problems. Small irritations will try to steal your attention. Archangel Michael warns that this is strategic interference. When something beautiful is about to happen, chaos often tries to appear louder than promise. Stay grounded. Guard your thoughts. Not every worry deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves your response. Protect your peace like it is sacred because it is. And hear this clearly, the blessing is connected to your awareness. If your mind is scattered, you may overlook the instruction attached to the opportunity. That instruction may be simple. Make the call. Send the message. Apply for that position. Visit that place. Forgive that person. Release that habit. It will not look dramatic, but it will unlock something powerful. Archangel Michael stands as a protector, but he does not override your free will. You must move when prompted. This is the moment where many fall asleep spiritually. They assume tomorrow will offer the same chance. But divine timing does not repeat itself endlessly. There are windows that open once. You have cried enough over what did not work. You not create new tears by ignoring what is about to work. If this message is resonating with your spirit right now, if you feel that inner confirmation that this is not random, then engage with it. Like this video so the message spreads to others who are standing at the edge of their breakthrough. Share it with someone who has been waiting for good news. Comment what you are believing for, because declaring it brings alignment. Subscribe to this channel and become part of this growing spiritual family. When you join as a member, you strengthen this mission of delivering timely messages. Your support helps these words reach those who are on the verge of missing their moment. And listen carefully before you move on. What is about to be revealed next will connect the final pieces of why this blessing has been protected for you until now. There is a hidden detail you have not considered, and once you see it, everything will make sense. Hold your focus, because the next revelation changes how you see your current situation forever. The shift has already started, and something beautiful is closer than you dare to imagine. Beloved vessel of destiny, what you are about to understand now is the hidden layer behind this promise. Archangel Michael says something beautiful is about to happen very soon, but the beauty is not random. It is targeted. It has your name on it. It has been circling your life, waiting for the exact moment your spirit aligned with heaven's timing. And now that alignment is happening, the spiritual resistance around you is also increasing. This is why you have felt both hope and pressure at the same time. There is a reason for that tension. Whenever a blessing of significance approaches, there is always a final test of perception. Will you focus on what is falling apart, or will you recognize what is falling into place? The two can look identical in the beginning. A relationship may shift. A routine may break. A plan may collapse. But what feels like loss may actually be divine rearrangement. Archangel Michael is revealing that something in your current environment cannot go with you into the next season. It may be a mindset. It may be a habit. It may even be a person whose assignment in your life has expired. Do not cling to expired assignments. When heaven removes something before the blessing arrives, it is not cruelty. It is protection. And here is the truth you were not expecting. If you ignore this adjustment, you will delay your own miracle. The blessing is real. The promise is active. But your cooperation matters. You cannot pray for elevation and resist change at the same time. You cannot ask for increase and refuse to release what drains you. This is the moment where obedience becomes more powerful than emotion. Archangel Michael stands as a warrior, but he also stands as a messenger of clarity. He is saying that the next few decisions you make will either accelerate the beauty coming toward you or postpone it. Pay attention to your reactions. When something challenges your comfort, ask yourself, is this deception or divine direction? You have already survived the hardest part. The waiting, the wondering, the silent battles that nobody else saw. Heaven recorded every tear. Every time you chose integrity over revenge. Every time you stayed faithful when it would have been easier to quit. Those choices build spiritual credit. And now the reward phase is approaching. But there is one final warning. Do not let pride cause you to miss instruction. And blessing may require humility. You may need to apologize. You may need to start small. You may need to admit that you were wrong about something. Pride has stolen more blessings than failure ever has. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon. It may come as an opportunity that stretches you. It may come as restoration in an area you thought was permanently broken. It may come as unexpected favor that makes others question how it happened so fast. When it arrives, remember this moment. Remember that you were warned to stay alert. If you ignore this message and continue moving unconsciously, you may later look back and realize the signs were clear. The nudges were obvious. The timing was perfect. And regret will whisper, "You saw it coming, but you did not move." That will not be your story, because you are listening now. There is a sacred seriousness in the air around you. You can feel it. Even as you hear these words, something inside you is becoming still. That stillness is preparation. That awareness is alignment. Archangel Michael says the blessing is not meant to make you proud. It is meant to make you purposeful. It will not only change your circumstances, it will expand your responsibility. That is why maturity was required first. You are ready. Do not sabotage this moment with doubt. Do not downplay what you feel. And do not let temporary fear silence permanent destiny. This is your confirmation. Type "I am ready for what is beautiful" in the comments if this is speaking directly to your spirit. Lesson code 444 has just been released over your life. And as this code is activated, understand something deeper. When you respond in faith, you are not just typing words. You are aligning your agreement with heaven's decree. Now hear this extension of the message clearly. As this beautiful shift approaches your life, this mission must continue reaching others who are standing on the edge of their breakthrough. When you sow into this ground through super thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are not funding a channel. You are watering seeds in souls you may never meet. The Lord says, as you sow, so shall you reap. And this is not ancient history. It is a living promise spoken over you now. I feel called to stand in this moment and respond. Your giving becomes oil that keeps this lamp burning. Your generosity becomes rain over someone else's dry season. When you move quickly in obedience, heaven moves quickly in multiplication. Do not miss the grace attached to this opportunity. This is not a donation. It is a prophetic act. As you release your seed, may doors open that no one can shut. May protection surround your household. May acceleration locate you. The same Archangel Michael who guards your breakthrough will guard your harvest. Step into this moment boldly. Sow with faith. Activate your obedience now. Precious one, there is a dimension of this message that you have not yet seen, and it is the reason heaven hath been so intentional with you. Archangel Michael now reveals that the beautiful thing about to happen is connected to restoration. Not surface-level improvement, not temporary excitement, but restoration of something that once felt lost. You may have thought certain opportunities had passed forever. You may have convinced yourself that some doors were permanently sealed. But heaven does not operate on human conclusions. What was delayed was not denied. There are conversations that are about to be revisited. There are ideas that are about to return with greater clarity. There are dreams you buried out of disappointment that are about to breathe again. This is why the warning remains serious. If you dismiss this season as ordinary, you may fail to recognize the reappearance of your own answered prayer. Look carefully at what begins to resurface in your life. Archangel Michael says you are entering a cycle of divine reversal. Situations that once worked against you will begin to work for you. The same area where you experienced embarrassment may soon become the place of honor. The same environment that overlooked you may suddenly acknowledge your value. But restoration requires recognition. If you are too distracted, too busy replaying old pain, too focused on what went wrong, you may overlook what is going right. Many cry over lost seasons while standing inside a new one. Do not repeat that pattern. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, but it may arrive quietly. Not every miracle announces itself loudly. Some miracles enter gently, waiting for you to notice. Pay attention to soul shifts. A new sense of peace where there was anxiety. A new confidence where there was insecurity. A new opportunity that feels aligned rather than force. These are signs, Archangel Michael stands near in this transition, ensuring that what returns to you is purified. If something comes back into your life now, it will not carry the same confusion it once did. It will carry clarity. It will carry structure. It will carry purpose. However, you must guard against skepticism. When blessings reappear, the mind sometimes resists out of fear of being hurt again. That fear can cause you to sabotage what you prayed for. Do not let past wounds dictate present obedience. Heaven would not restore something only to harm you with it. If it returns now, it returns refined. There is also a deeper layer. For some listening, this restoration is internal. Your joy is being restored. Your motivation is being restored. Your spiritual sensitivity is being restored. You have felt numb for a while, tired, disconnected. But that dryness is ending. Archangel Michael says the oil of renewal is flowing again. You may wake up soon with unusual clarity. You may feel a sudden desire to act, to build, to reconnect, to create. Follow that impulse. It is not random inspiration. It is divine ignition. But remember, a warning attached to the title. If you ignore this, you will miss the blessing and cry for what was lost. The tears will not come because heaven failed you. They will come because you hesitated when you should have moved. There is urgency in the spirit realm right now. Not panic, but precision. Timing is aligning in ways you cannot yet see. People are being positioned. Resources are being arranged. Circumstances are adjusting. Your responsibility is awareness. Do not shrink back into old habits. Do not isolate yourself when connection is required. Do not procrastinate when action is necessary. Restoration demands participation. Archangel Michael also says that humility will protect your restoration. When the beautiful thing manifests, stay grounded. Gratitude will secure what pride would destroy. Acknowledge that this shift is grace, not coincidence. You are stepping into a season where the narrative changes, where the story you tell about your life sounds different, where hope replaces hesitation, where evidence replaces doubt. Let this sink into you. The waiting season train you. The painful season strengthen you. The silent season matured you. And now the revealing season approaches. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon. Not because you forced it, not because you manipulated it, but because heaven has decided that the preparation is complete. Stay sensitive. Stay obedient. Stay open. The restoration is closer than you think. Warrior of faith, there is something shifting in the unseen that you must understand before it becomes visible. Archangel Michael is now revealing that the beautiful event approaching your life is not only restoration, it is elevation. Restoration brings you back to what was lost. Elevation carries you beyond where you have ever been. And this is why the spiritual tension around you has felt heavier than usual. You are not just recovering. You are rising. There is a difference. Elevation requires separation. Not everyone who walked with you in the valley can walk with you in the mountain. Not every mindset that helped you survive can help you thrive. And this is where many people make the mistake that causes them to miss their blessing. They try to bring old attachments into new territory. Archangel Michael says you must travel light in this next phase. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, but it cannot coexist with certain weights you are still carrying. The weight of resentment, the weight of comparison, the weight of self-doubt. These are invisible chains. You may not see them, but they slow your movement. Ask yourself honestly, what are you still holding that heaven has already told you to release? You have felt that gentle conviction before. the quiet whisper that said, "Let this go." But you negotiated with it. You delayed. You told yourself there was still time. And yes, there is still time now. But the window is narrowing. Not in a threatening way, but in a precise way. Divine timing does not stretch endlessly. It aligns perfectly. Elevation also attracts attention. When this beautiful shift begins to manifest, people will notice. Some will celebrate you. Some will question you. Some will distance themselves from you. Do not be shaken by reactions. Archangel Michael stands as your defender. You do not need to explain what heaven has ordained. There will also be a test of gratitude. When the blessing arrives, will you remember the source? Will you stay grounded? Or will you become distracted by applause and forget the altar where you once cried? This is why the preparation season was so long. It built character. It built endurance. It built spiritual depth. Heaven was not just preparing a blessing for you. Heaven was preparing you for the blessing. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and it may come in a form that stretches your capacity. A larger responsibility. A higher expectation. A platform that requires courage. Do not shrink back when it feels bigger than you imagined. If it feels bigger, it means growth is happening. Archangel Michael says the next opportunity will require boldness. You cannot enter it timidly. You cannot enter it apologetically. You must step into it with confidence, knowing that if it has been released to you, you have already been equipped for it. There is also a warning hidden within this elevation. Do not sabotage yourself with overthinking. You have prayed for confirmation, and confirmation had been sent repeatedly. Through signs, through conversations, through inner peace. How much more proof do you need? Sometimes the final obstacle before breakthrough is not opposition. It is hesitation. You are standing closer to your answered prayer than you realize. The atmosphere around your life feels different because it is different. Even your dreams may be more vivid. Even your thoughts may feel more strategic. Pay attention to these shifts. Archangel Michael is clearing interference around you. Conversations that once confused you will now bring clarity. Situations that once intimidated you will now seem manageable. This is not coincidence. It is spiritual strengthening. But here is the most important instruction in this moment. Do not minimize what is coming. Do not say, "It is probably nothing." Do not tell yourself, "Maybe I am imagining this." Doubt is subtle, but it can cancel momentum. If heaven is moving on your behalf, respond with faith. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon. The foundation has been laid. The spiritual resistance is weakening. The alignment is almost complete. This is the threshold. One step of obedience can unlock months of waiting. One decision of courage can accelerate years of delay. One moment of surrender can release a flood of favor. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are positioned. And what is about to unfold will prove that every tear, every delay, and every silent battle had purpose. Stand ready. Elevation is not approaching to test you. It is approaching to reveal you. Steadfast heart, pause for a moment and breathe deeply, because what is unfolding now is more strategic than you realize. Archangel Michael is showing that the beautiful event drawing near is connected to divine alignment with other people. For a long time, you have tried to move forward alone. You carried responsibilities silently. You solved problems privately. You fought battles internally. But the next season will not be built in isolation. It will be built through divine connections. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and it involves a person or group that heaven has already assigned to your path. This is why certain relationships have been fading. This is why some conversations have grown distant. It is not rejection. It is redirection. When alignment shifts, proximity changes. Do not chase what is naturally drifting away. If someone is meant to walk with you into the next chapter, it will not require force. Archangel Michael says new voices are about to enter your life. Voices that confirm your calling instead of confusing it. Voices that strengthen your faith instead of draining it. You may meet this person unexpectedly. Through a simple conversation. Through a recommendation. Through a message that seems ordinary at first. Do not underestimate ordinary moments. Many blessings arrive disguised as simple interactions. A small introduction can lead to a major breakthrough. A short conversation can unlock a long-awaited opportunity. But you must remain spiritually alert. If you are emotionally closed, you may overlook the connection meant to accelerate you. There is also a test here. You must be willing to trust again. Past disappointments may have built walls around your heart. You may have told yourself it is safer to depend only on yourself. But elevation requires partnership. Even warriors do not stand alone in battle. Archangel Michael himself stands among heavenly hosts. Strength does not eliminate the need for unity. Something beautiful is approaching, and it will stretch your ability to collaborate, to communicate, and to be vulnerable in healthy ways. Do not sabotage this by retreating into fear. There is also divine timing at work in your environment. The reason certain plans did not work earlier is because the right people were not yet in position. Now positioning is happening. You may sense momentum building. You may feel doors opening that once resisted you. When it happens, move with clarity. Do not overanalyze kindness. Do not question every positive shift. Sometimes favor is simply favor. Archangel Michael warns, however, that discernment remains important. Not every smiling face carries good intention, but you will feel the difference. Peace will accompany the right connections. Confusion will accompany the wrong ones. Follow peace. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and it will require you to step out of your comfort zone socially, professionally, or spiritually. You may need to initiate a conversation. You may need to respond quickly to an invitation. You may need to say yes when fear says wait. Do not let insecurity talk you out of alignment. And hear this clearly. If this message is speaking to you right now, do not keep it to yourself. Like this video so it can reach others who are standing at the edge of divine alignment. Share it with someone who has been praying for the right people to enter their life. Comment what kind of connections you are believing for, because when you declare it, you activate expectation. Subscribe to this channel and become part of this growing community of faith. When you join as a member, you help strengthen this mission so more souls can receive timely spiritual guidance. There is something powerful about agreement. When you engage, you are not just supporting content. You are partnering in purpose. And stay with this flow carefully, because what is about to be revealed next explains why some delays felt painful but were actually protection. The next layer of this message will open your eyes to the hidden shield that has been around you this entire time. You will see that what you called misfortune was actually mercy in disguise. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon. The right people are being positioned. The wrong ones are being removed. The atmosphere is shifting in your favor. Do not isolate yourself now. Do not withdraw from opportunity. Open your heart with wisdom. Step forward with discernment. Divine alignment is no longer approaching. It is arriving. Watchful soul, There is a protective story behind your delays that you must finally understand. Archangel Michael now unveils the shield that has been surrounding you in ways you never saw. You have questioned certain closed doors. You have wondered why plans collapsed at the last moment. You have replayed conversations, asking yourself what you did wrong. But heaven is saying something different. Many of the things that did not work were not failures. They were interceptions. There were paths you almost walked that would have drained you. There were agreements you nearly entered that would have limited you. There were environments that looked promising but carried hidden instability. You did not see the full picture, but Archangel Michael did. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and it required you to avoid those wrong turns first. Protection often feels like disappointment in the beginning. You expected celebration, but you received silence. You anticipated progress, but you encountered pause. You prepared for expansion, but you experienced restriction. And in those moments, you felt confused. But restriction was rescue. Archangel Michael says there were conversations happening in the spiritual realm that you could not hear. Battles fought on your behalf before you even recognized the threat. You were guarded from consequences you never knew were approaching. That is why certain exits happened abruptly. That is why certain plans dissolved without explanation. Now that you stand at the edge of this new shift, you must stop grieving what did not happen. If you continue mourning closed chapters, you may fail to see the open one forming right in front of you. The blessing approaching your life is not random. It is the result of careful divine filtering. Everything unstable has been shaken away. Everything misaligned has been removed. What remains is solid. There is also something you need to release emotionally. A quiet resentment toward the timing of your life. You have compared your journey to others. You have watched people move faster. You have wondered why your path felt slower, heavier, more complicated. But you were being preserved. Archangel Michael says your timeline was stretched because your assignment is weighty. Fragile structures collapse under heavy responsibility. You had to be strengthened first. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and this time it will not crumble. It will not disappear overnight. It will not leave you questioning your worth. It will stand firm because it had been built on preparation, not impulse. However, here comes the warning again. If you allow bitterness to linger, it can distort your perception of this new blessing. If you approach it with suspicion rooted in old pain, you may sabotage something heaven carefully protected for you. You must enter this next season healed, not hardened. Archangel Michael is inviting you to forgive the delays. Forgive the people who misunderstood you. Forgive yourself for decisions made in ignorance. Forgiveness clears spiritual space, and you need space for what is arriving. There is a feeling of acceleration building now. You may sense that things are starting to move quickly. Emails answered faster. Responses coming sooner. Ideas flowing stronger. This is not coincidence. The season of slow grinding resistance is ending. But with acceleration comes responsibility. When doors open quickly, you must decide quickly. When opportunities appear suddenly, you must respond confidently. This is not the time for hesitation rooted in fear. Remember what you have survived. Remember the strength that was forged in hidden places. You are not the same person who once doubted every step. You are wiser now. You are sharper. You are spiritually aware. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon. And when it does, you will realize that the delays were divine defense. The silence was strategic. The detours were directional. Stand in gratitude for protection you never saw. Stand in expectation for beauty you are about to see. Archangel Michael remains near, not as a distant symbol, but as an active guardian of your transition. The shield that guarded you before will now guard what you receive. The season of confusion is closing. The season of clarity is opening. And the blessing that once felt distant is now within reach. Anointed listener, the atmosphere around your life is changing so quietly that only the spiritually alert will recognize it. Archangel Michael is stepping forward again with a message of urgency wrapped in beauty. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, but this time the shift will not only affect you. It will affect your household, your circle, and even people who once overlooked you. The blessing approaching your life carries influence. This is why the spiritual preparation has felt intense. You have been stretched emotionally. You have been tested in patience. You have been refined in your reactions. Heaven was not only preparing to bless you, heaven was preparing you to handle visibility. When this breakthrough manifests, you will not be hidden the way you once were. And visibility reveals character. Archangel Michael says there is favor attached to your next season. Conversations will open that once felt impossible. Opportunities will find you rather than you chasing them. Doors that required force before will now respond to grace. But favor must be stewarded wisely. If you ignore this message and step into visibility with ego instead of humility, you may distort the blessing. Pride can poison what prayer produced. There is also a spiritual spotlight forming over your life, not for vanity, but for assignment. Your testimony will become someone else's encouragement. Your breakthrough will become someone else's confirmation that heaven still moves. This is why the enemy attempted to exhaust you earlier. If you had quit in the silent season, you would not be standing at the edge of this influence. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and it will silence some of your loudest internal doubts. The voice that once whispered, "Maybe this will never work," will grow quiet when results begin to appear. The fear that told you, "You are not ready," will lose authority when responsibility lands in your hands and you handle it with grace. But stay alert. Visibility also attracts opinions. Not everyone will understand your journey. Some will assume your progress was sudden. They will not see the nights of discipline, the prayers whispered in private, the sacrifices made when no one applauded. Archangel Michael reminds you not to defend yourself unnecessarily. Let fruit speak. Let integrity speak. Let consistency speak. There is another layer you must prepare for. The blessing approaching you may require relocation in mindset, environment, or even physical space. Expansion sometimes demands movement. Do not cling to familiarity when destiny calls you forward. If a new opportunity asks you to stretch geographically, professionally, or spiritually, do not respond with fear. Ask for confirmation, yes. Seek wisdom, yes. But do not let comfort dictate obedience. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon. It is no longer a distant promise. It is a forming reality. You may already sense momentum building. Small wins stacking together. Doors opening slightly before swinging wider. Encouragement coming from unexpected places. These are previews, not the full picture. Archangel Michael says your obedience in small things unlocked this larger wave of favor. You were faithful when it was inconvenient. You chose integrity when compromise would have been easier. That obedience now speaks on your behalf. But do not slow down now. Consistency will secure what opportunity introduces. Stay disciplined. Stay prayerful. Stay grounded in gratitude. Type "I step into divine visibility" in the comments if this message is confirming what you have been sensing. Blessing code 818 has just been released over your life. As you activate this code in faith, understand that visibility is not for self-glory. It is for kingdom impact. And as this message about divine visibility flows into your spirit, hear this clearly. When you sow into this mission through super thanks, membership, or the PayPal link placed in the description, you are not just supporting content. You are fueling a light that reaches souls standing in dark seasons. The Lord declares, "Let your light shine before others, and through your giving, that light multiplies beyond what you can see." I sense a prompting in my spirit to act now. Your generosity becomes seed in fertile ground. Your support becomes oil that keeps revelation flowing. When you move quickly in obedience, heaven responds with acceleration. Do not treat this moment casually. This is a prophetic exchange. As you give, expect increase. As you release, expect return. May every seed you sow come back with harvest attached. May favor follow your household. May protection surround your calling. Archangel Michael stands guard not only over your breakthrough, but over the obedience that activates it. Step into alignment. To boldly participate in this mission with faith and urgency. Focused one. You are no longer standing at the beginning of this shift. You are standing in the middle of it. Archangel Michael now reveals that the beautiful event approaching your life is already casting shadows ahead of it. That uneasy feeling you sensed recently was not anxiety without cause. It was transition. When seasons change, there is often a brief moment of instability. Not because something is wrong, but because something is rearranging. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon. But before it fully manifests, there will be a moment of decision. This decision will not appear dramatic. It may look small, even insignificant. A choice to respond instead of staying silent. A choice to apply instead of hesitating. A choice to forgive instead of holding on. A choice to step forward when comfort invites you to stay where you are. Do not underestimate that moment. Archangel Michael says destiny often hides inside ordinary choices. You have been waiting for a loud sign, something undeniable, something overwhelming. But heaven often speaks in quiet invitations. If you ignore the invitation because it does not look spectacular, you may miss the blessing attached to it. The title of this message carries weight for a reason. If you ignore this, you will miss the blessing and cry for what was lost. Not because heaven withdrew it, but because inattention blocked it. You are entering a narrow corridor of timing. The door is open, but it will not remain open indefinitely. That does not mean panic. It means precision. This is not about rushing. It is about responding. There is also an internal shift happening inside you. Old fears are surfacing one last time. Doubts are whispering louder than usual. The thoughts like, what if I fail? Or what if this is not real? May attempt to paralyze you. Archangel Michael says this is the final resistance before release. When chains break, they rattle before they fall. When doors unlock, hinges move before they swing wide. The noise does not mean the process is failing. It means it is progressing. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and it will require courage that feels slightly uncomfortable. Growth always stretches identity. You cannot become more while staying the same. You may feel an urge to retreat into old habits, to distract yourself, to convince yourself that waiting longer is safer. But delay in this moment could transform opportunity into regret. Heaven is not pressuring you. Heaven is positioning you. Look back at how far you have come. The confusion you once carried has lessened. The clarity you once lacked is increasing. The peace that once felt distant is closer. These are not coincidences. They are signs of alignment. Archangel Michael stands beside you in this corridor of choice. You are not alone in the decision. Protection surrounds you. Wisdom is available to you. But participation is required from you. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and when it does, it will validate every season of endurance you survive. It will answer questions you stopped asking. It will restore hope you almost buried. But you must act when prompted. There is a sacred seriousness in this stage. This is not a casual moment in your life story. This is a turning point. Years from now, you may look back and recognize this exact season as the dividing line between delay and fulfillment. Do not treat it lightly. If a conversation feels important, have it. If an idea keeps returning, explore it. If peace settles over a risky step, trust it. Peace is often the confirmation you have been praying for. Archangel Michael reminds you that fear speaks loudly, but truth speaks steadily. Listen for steadiness. Listen for calm conviction rather than emotional impulse. The corridor is narrowing, but the doorway ahead is widening. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon. You are not imagining the shift. You are not misreading the signs. You are standing on the edge of manifestation. Move with faith. Respond with courage. And when the moment arrives, do not hesitate. Because this time, you will not miss it. Awaken spirit. You have now reached the edge of manifestation, and what happens next will depend on your response in real time. Archangel Michael is speaking with clarity and strength in this hour. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, but the final activation rests in your willingness to step fully into agreement. You have heard the warning. You have felt the stirring. You have sensed the alignment. Now comes the moment where belief must become action. This is not the season to observe your life from a distance. It is the season to participate. There is a divine opportunity forming in front of you that may look almost too simple. It may not appear dramatic enough to match the magnitude of the promise. But heaven often hides powerful transitions inside practical steps. Do not wait for thunder when the instruction comes as a whisper. Archangel Michael says you are being watched in the spirit, not for failure, but for faith. Your movement in this next window will echo beyond what you can see. One obedient decision can shift patterns that have followed you for years. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, but hesitation is the only remaining obstacle. Ask yourself honestly, what are you still afraid of? Failure, rejection, embarrassment, loss. These fears have been companions in previous seasons, but they do not belong in this one. You have already survived what you once thought would break you. Why doubt your resilience now? The truth is, growth feels unfamiliar before it feels empowering. You may not feel fully ready. You may not feel perfectly confident. But readiness is often confirmed by opportunity itself. If the door is opening, it is because you have been prepared more than you realize. Archangel Michael reminds you that obedience does not require complete understanding. It requires trust. Trust that the delays were protective. Trust that the silence was strengthening. Trust that the pressure was producing maturity. Now trust that the opening is intentional. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and you will sense it in the atmosphere. Conversations will shift tone. People will respond differently. Timing will align in ways that feel almost effortless compared to past struggles. Do not sabotage just because you are used to struggle. Some people are more comfortable fighting than receiving. They know how to endure, but they do not know how to accept blessing without suspicion. Do not let that be you. When favor flows, Receive it with gratitude instead of questioning it. Archangel Michael says this next move requires boldness expressed through calm confidence, not arrogance, not force, quiet assurance, the kind that knows who stands behind it. If this message hath been guiding you step by step until now, engage with it actively. Like this video so the momentum of this word continues spreading to those who are standing at their own turning points. Share it with someone who is close to giving up but does not realize how near they are to breakthrough. Comment what action you are about to take in faith, because spoken commitment strengthens resolve. Subscribe to this channel and stand connected to this flow of timely spiritual insight. When you join as a member, you help sustain a space where messages like this continue reaching the right ears at the right time. And listen carefully as you continue forward. What is about to unfold next will bring the final confirmation that the shift has already begun. The evidence will not be theoretical. It will be tangible. You will see movement where there was stagnation. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon. Not someday. Not eventually. Soon. The only question left is whether you will step into it with courage or shrink back into comfort. Archangel Michael stands ready, not to push you, but to support you as you move. Protection surrounds your decision. Grace covers your imperfections. Wisdom is available in every step. This is your activation point. Choose boldly. Move confidently. Act faithfully. And watch what happens when obedience meets divine timing. Courageous heart. The evidence is about to become undeniable. Archangel Michael is now revealing that the shift you have been sensing internally will soon reflect externally. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and this time it will not only be a feeling. It will be visible, measurable, tangible. You are stepping into confirmation. The prayers you whispered when no one was listening have reached their appointed hour. The seeds you planted in faith are breaking through the surface. At first, the signs may seem small. A positive response, an unexpected opportunity, a door that opens without resistance. Do not overlook these early indicators. They are the first waves of a larger tide. Archangel Michael says the acceleration phase is beginning. For a long time, your life felt like slow motion. Efforts required double energy. Progress felt delayed. Answers seemed distant. But now momentum is building. What once took months may take days. What once felt complicated may suddenly feel simple. This is not coincidence. This is convergence. Heaven has been aligning details behind the scenes. People you have not met yet are being positioned. Resources you thought were out of reach are being redirected. Circumstances that looked immovable are softening. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon. And when it does, it will silence the internal voice that once doubted your worth. But even in acceleration, there is instruction. Do not rush recklessly. Move decisively, but remain grounded. Quick does not mean careless. Speed does not eliminate discernment. Archangel Michael stands not only as a warrior, but as a guardian of wisdom. Ask for clarity in each step, and you will receive it. There may also be a final attempt of distraction. Just as momentum builds, something minor may try to steal your focus. An argument, a misunderstanding, an inconvenience. Do not allow small turbulence to make you question the entire journey. Storms do not cancel sunrise. You are closer than ever. The heaviness you once carried is lifting. The confusion that clouded your thinking is clearing. You may notice increased confidence rising within you. Not pride, but assurance. That assurance is alignment. Archangel Michael says this is the moment to solidify your habits, strengthen your discipline, deepen your gratitude. As blessings begin to manifest, stay anchored in humility. Gratitude protects increase. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and it will require stewardship. It may bring new responsibility, new visibility, new expectations. Do not fear responsibility. You have been trained for it through every difficult season you endured. Look back for a moment at who you used to be. The version of you who doubted constantly. The version of you who reacted emotionally. The version of you who nearly gave up. That version has evolved. Now look forward. The version of you stepping into this blessing is stronger, wiser, and more spiritually aware. You do not enter this season unprepared. You enter it refined. Archangel Michael also says to guard your environment carefully. As increase arrives, so will attention. Protect your peace. Protect your time. Protect your focus. Not everyone deserves access to the new level you are entering. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon. You will not have to force it. You will not have to manipulate circumstances. It will unfold naturally, almost surprisingly. And when it does, remember this journey. Remember the warnings. Remember the instructions. Remember the moments you chose faith over fear. Because you did not ignore the message. You listened. And that listening positioned you for manifestation. Stand ready for the final unveiling. It is closer than you think. Victorious soul, this is the hour where promise becomes reality. Archangel Michael stands in declaration, not warning now, but fulfillment. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and you are no longer standing outside the door. The door is opening. The shift is no longer subtle. It is present. You have walked through preparation. You endured pruning. You survived delay. You faced doubt and did not surrender. And because you chose to stay alert, because you refused to ignore the inner prompting, you did not miss your moment. This is the difference between regret and reward. Many are called to break through, but few remain attentive enough to step into it. You remained. You listened. You adjusted. You released what was heavy. You forgave what was painful. You moved when instructed. Now watch what unfolds. Archangel Michael says the blessing arriving in your life carries permanence. It is not a temporary emotional high. It is not a fragile opportunity that disappears overnight. It has been built through refinement. It has been guarded through delay. It has been strengthened through spiritual battle. What is manifesting now will confirm that heaven was never silent. It was strategic. Something beautiful is about to happen very soon, and when it does, you will feel a quiet awe. Not chaos, not confusion. Peace. A deep knowing that this is what you prayed for, even when you did not have the right words to describe it. You may receive news that shifts your direction. You may encounter a connection that accelerates your progress. You may step into an opportunity that once felt beyond your reach. However it appears, you will recognize it, because you were warned not to ignore it, and you did not. Archangel Michael now speaks blessing over your household, over your work, over your mind, over your future. The tears you once cried in uncertainty are being replaced with gratitude. The nights you spent questioning are being replaced with clarity. But remember this as you step fully into manifestation. Stay humble. Stay prayerful. Stay grateful. Blessings increase when honor remains. Favor multiplies when gratitude speaks. Protection continues when obedience stays active. Something beautiful is not just happening once. It is initiating a new chapter. A chapter marked by stability instead of struggle, by alignment instead of confusion, by acceleration instead of delay. You will look back at this season and say, that was the turning point. And now, seal this moment in faith. Type "I receive" and "I remain grateful" in the comments if you are stepping into this new chapter with humility and confidence. Blessing code 1212 is now activated over your life. As this code is activated, understand that gratitude is the key that keeps doors open. And now hear this final extension of the message. As this beautiful chapter unfolds in your life, this mission continues to reach those who are still standing where you once stood. When you release a super thanks, join as a member, or sow through the PayPal link in the description, you are not giving to a platform. You are sowing into fertile soil where weary souls find strength. The Lord declares, "Give, and it shall be given unto you." And this is not a distant scripture. It is a living promise spoken over you right now. I choose to respond in obedience in this moment. Your seed becomes light in someone else's darkness. Your generosity becomes oil that keeps this prophetic flame burning. When you act quickly, heaven responds abundantly. Do not miss the grace attached to this opportunity. This is not charity. This is covenant. As you sow, may open heaven's rest over your house. May increase locate you unexpectedly. May protection surround your family. May Archangel Michael stand guard over every blessing released into your hands. Move with boldness. Sow with faith. Activate your obedience now.